Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, on Friday it was very interesting to see that the dollar index stages a significant rally and manages to break through the level of 95.40 and travels on towards the 96 region. This has sent quite a trigger for all markets that are against the arrival of the US dollar, and with the bearish outside range day starting with the Australian dollar, is the market followed on to the downside and now reaches its objective of 72.55.65. It is viewed from a technical point that we're still bearish. Now, if we don't get a rebound today from this level of 72.55 and is breached, then the next target comes in at 69.50 to 80, to quite a significant drop. The market, although has left the level of 74 rather quickly in the last 2 days, and one of the biggest or strongest moves I've seen in quite some time. The resistance on the day is seen at 73.30, but from the pattern that's seen from the start of this morning, could see further pressure on that level of 72.55, so do be aware of that. As I mentioned, the dollar index did break above the 95.40 handle and posted a fresh high of 96.29 late of trade on Friday. This is the last time the market reached this high was back in June in 2017. It was reported that the ECB officials are concerned about the European bank's exposure to Turkey, and it said, according to the BIS, that Turkish borrowers owe roughly around 140 billion to Spanish, French and Italian banks. This has put a bit of concern, and also the fact is that Turkish GDP is around 860 billion, which is less than the market cap of Apple, which last week triggered a high of 1 trillion level for the company. So it just shows you the risk that Turkey has at the moment, and it is putting a bit of pressure on the market, especially on the euro. Now, taking out the level at the moment of 114.85 is now exposed the region of 112.85. And from a technical point, it's still holding to a bearish case, with the immediate target of 113.70 is likely to be challenged as we talk. And as you can see now, it's breaking down and exposes that region of 112.85. Reassess from there. Resistance on the day comes in around 114.35. It is disappointing that dollar yen has not been able to rebound off that 110.70 level, and now with stops being triggered, just posted a low this morning of 110.41. It is viewed that the further stops may be seen as the technicals are breaking down and could look towards 110.15.25. On an intraday view, I don't hold an outlook, so I'd rather sit on the sidelines for the moment and just see how dollar yen plays out to this base. Well, it would seem that the British pound weakness has come into the new week, and as further downside expectations are likely, I am looking towards 126 region. Any advantage should fail towards a region of around 127 highs to 128.55. Nevertheless, the exposure of the downside still holds to 126, and reassess from there, as we could be looking down towards 121. The gold at this stage is still looking relatively sideways. As you can see here, it's not broken down, with 05 still being around about the low. It is expected from this divergence that I'm seeing here from RSI, stochastic, and also from the MACD, should see a further recovery and could see gold rally on towards the region of 16.19 to 26, with the base seen around about 1,200 figure 4. And wrapping up with oil, the market at this stage is attempting to recover after rebounding from the $66 trigger level. From a technical point, I don't see any recovery sustaining. Therefore, I do expect to see further risk to the downside, and we could be looking towards a region of $62 a barrel if we see a break of 66. Resistance on the day now seen at 67.65 as minor and 68.5 as a cap. That wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and a start to the new week.